Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from On Range Mango channel. Welcome back to my motherfucking channel. So boom, I just want to give you guys a little update. I know I'm a little behind when it comes to my Big Mouth season ranking video. That's only because I've been having like real life shit going on. But I will say, probably not this weekend because I have things I'm going to be doing. But most likely not tomorrow. Tomorrow I probably won't be making any videos because I have shit I'm going to be doing. But on Sunday, I definitely want to be dropping, most likely most likely on Sunday I'm going to be dropping some videos. So the videos that I want to talk about, as you already know, I have to talk about Big Mouth. I'm going to be ranking the seasons from worst to best. I really want to do that. I'm really excited for that. And another video topic I want to talk about is I want to talk about Jey Uso's title reign. You know, this is a WWE topic video. We're going to talk about his title reign. We're also going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about Jey Uso's title reign, and we're going to also talk about Rikishi's podcast. You know, him, talking on the podcast, giving his thoughts about how he felt about Jey Uso's title run, how he felt about his custom title run, how he felt about his character and everything that he said in the podcast. Not everything, but just the important stuff that he was talking about. We're going to talk about that. We'll get into all of that in Jey Uso's video. I'm most likely going to do that on Sunday, since that's really like what's really going on in the wrestling world, and I really don't want to forget about the things he said in the podcast, because I literally just watched his podcast today, so I really want to get my thoughts on it as quickly as possible. So most likely on Sunday I'm going to be dropping that, and then Monday, whenever I'm free, I'm going to drop my Big Mouth seasons ranking. But for today's video, it's none other than the Degrassi topic. I don't know what it is, but whenever I say I'm like done doing Degrassi topics so I can focus on other things, it's just like when I scroll on my For You page for TikTok, or I'm scrolling on Instagram, or whatever social I have, I'm always seeing something with Degrassi. I'm always seeing topics, I'm always seeing things, and it just makes me want to come in here and give my thoughts and concerns about it. So we're going to talk about Dave and Allie, but specifically we're going to talk about their breakup in season 12. And I also want to talk about why I think Dave is one of the most hated characters in Degrassi. Because when I see what I see on TikTok, he's definitely like up there for characters who get a lot of hate, and I think I know why, and I want to get into it with this video. So this video is going to be me talking about Dave and Allie's breakup in season 12, and why I feel like he should not be the bad guy for breaking up with Allie for reasons are valid to him. We'll get into it. So, for those who don't know, Dave and Allie is one of my favorite relationships in Degrassi, for real. I don't really have a lot of favorite relationships in Degrassi, but they're definitely one of my personal favorites. I know everybody loves Allie with Dallas. I have nothing against Allie and Dallas. I thought they were cute in their own way. I really love their build-up. Like I said, I like that them getting together was patient. I like that he offered to be her friend before he offered. I like that he was there for her as a friend before he ever tried to pursue anything romantically with her, knowing what she just got out of with the domestic violence situation. Allie and Dallas are cool by me. Okay, I don't hate them. I don't dislike them. My only nitpick with Allie and Dallas is that as a relationship, they got little to no storylines. They got no storylines, like none. The only storyline they really had that I really can remember once they became a couple, is in season 14 when Dallas was frustrated that him and Allie haven't had sex yet, and he wants to know why. And, he was getting on her ass about what's the problem because she's had sex with other guys and things like that. That's the only real storyline I could think of that Allie and Dallas really had. Other than that, they really had little to no storylines, and I sometimes felt like they were together because, I don't really want to say this, but this is just my opinion. I sometimes felt like Allie and Dallas were together because Degrassi generally did like them, the writers, but then a part of me also felt like they didn't get storylines because were they just dating because Claire and the Drew shit? Like, I don't know. It's just a whole, like, kabobble. But I don't have nothing against Allie and Dallas. If they're one of your favorite relationships, that's fine. I prefer Allie and Dave a lot more. And I know a lot of people don't like Allie and Dave's relationship. I felt like Allie had the most chemistry on the show with Dave. Like, I felt like her and Dave's relationship was so fucking cute. It was so cute. They just ruined them in season 12 to me. Like, I felt like their relationship with season 11 was really cute. And the thing is, a lot of people cannot see that the bullshit that Allie was doing in season 12, she's been doing it since the moment they got together. Literally. I feel like Allie never really wanted to be with Dave for real. I think she liked that Dave chased her. And even with that, I'm not a big fan of. Like, cause I can't get on here and get on Liberty ass for chasing JC and then not get on Dave's ass. The thing is with Dave, it's kind of like a 50-50 because in some way I feel like he did chase Allie and then in some way I feel like he didn't. Like in season 10, I feel like he was trying to pursue her as a relationship-wise up until he realized that she had feelings for Drew. So I feel like once he saw that she had feelings for Drew, he was off of her. And then that's when he started dating that other girl. But then when he was with that other girl, that's when he was started catching feelings for Allie. And I think when he was with that other girl, I don't know if he cheated on her or when he was confessing his feelings for Allie, she might have heard or whatever. But you know what? I never really cared too much for that relationship because it never got too much to any screen time, so I could care less. So with Dave, I feel like it was more like a 50-50. I feel like he did pursue Allie, like chase her up until he saw that she wasn't feeling him. He kind of stopped for real. So that's the whole rundown with Allie and Dave, considering. But before I even get to their breakup, I just want to mention this. I feel like since the moment they got together in season 11, they were cute. They really was. But I just felt like okay, y'all ever in season 11, y'all might not remember, and I'm not really sure what episode it is in season 11. But I remember in season 11 specifically, Allie got addicted to playing cards for whatever reason. She got addicted to playing cards. And there were, in these episodes, Dave was like making plans up for them to hang out and do shit, go to the movies and stuff like that. She kept telling him she was busy and stuff like that. And, he wasn't like, stressing. He was just like, okay, just call me, She was just lying and telling, him that, oh, me and Jenna got to study for a test and da-da-da-da. Well, honestly, she was going to go play cards. Illegal. There was an episode where he found out that she was playing cards illegally. And he called his dad and told his dad where the illegal card game was being held. Allie got mad at him because he called his dad. When it's like, Allie, at the end of the day, what you're doing is illegal. You're playing cards illegally. You're not doing it in a legal way. You're playing it illegally. The money you have is dirty money, period. You could go to jail for that. At the day, she should be lucky that his dad didn't lock her ass up or tell her parents about what the fuck she was doing. Dave was pissed at Allie that it's the fact that she was lying and running around and playing cards and making me look like I'm tripping or that you didn't like me for real because you kept setting me up for dates. Here I am making plans, trying to do cute shit, and here you are in my face lying about, things you gotta do. Like, what the fuck? Like, since when is that cool? Because literally before a couple episodes, she got mad at Dave because she invited him over to her house, and when Dave told Adam that Allie invited him over with her parents being gone, Adam might have, put in Dave's mind that means she might want to have sex. So Dave went out and bought condoms. When he came to Allie's house, he told her that, he wants her to know that with the decision that they're going to make, that they're going to be safe. He bought condoms and everything like that. And Allie was like, oh, what the hell are you thinking? You thought I called you over here to have sex? And he said, oh, I'm sorry. He said, I just thought, that's what. She said she called him over there to tell him that for the summer that she's going to be going to science camp. And she said that's why she called him over. And he said that you're going to be going away for the whole summer. And she said, yeah. And he said, why are you just not telling me this? She said she been applied to this summer camp for the summer program. She applied a long time ago when they were in a relationship, when they first started dating. She just didn't say anything until she got in. He got upset because he said that how they're supposed to make a relationship work with her being gone for the entire summer. And she told him that it's not like she's going away, she's just going to a summer camp. But he said he thought they would be spending the whole summer together. And he walked out very upset, which is like, I understand, right? I understand Allie wants to go to summer camp because, you know, she wants to, you know, she wants to be a scientist. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, this is summer vacation and you want to spend it doing school? I don't understand. Like, Allie, this is fucking summer vacation. I thought me and you was going to be spending the summer together, you know, getting to know each other more and, you know, trying to work more on our relationship and trying to grow on it together. And it's like, how do you expect us to do that with you being far away or being gone for the whole summer? So, in that card episode, when she was playing cards illegally, at the end of the episode, Dave told Allie that he thinks that they should break up or that they should go on a break for the summer. And she said, really? And he said, yeah. He said he just don't think that he just feel like there's no reason for them to be together for a whole summer if they're not going to be together. You feel me? And Allie said that she can't believe that he would do that to her. And he just told Allie that he just feel like it's just the best decision to do. I want to spend the summer with you, but if I'm not going to do that, and there's really no point for us to be together, we can just break up right now, and then when you come back to summer camp, we get back together. Even though I think that was kind of petty, I do somewhat understand where he's coming from, because it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like if your boyfriend or girlfriend told you, like, hey, even though I forgot to mention, me and my family, we're moving away, right? And it's like, hey, do you still want to do the long distance thing even though I'm moving away? And it's like, no, I don't want to do the long distance thing while you're moving away because long distance doesn't work. So, I definitely understood where Dave was coming from because I know the way Allie was moving on season 11, I didn't like it because it was like, why are you telling me so late that you already applied for a summer camp? And I feel like with Allie, it was like, with her and Dave specifically, it was always about her feelings. Like, when I watched their relationship, hold on, y'all. These chips so good. I was in her and Dave's relationship. Dave always put Allie's feelings before his. Always. And I kind of hated that whenever he decided to put his feelings first or to want to express his feelings, that Allie made him look like a bad guy. First of all, in my opinion, breaks are breakups. So, if we're going on a break, we're breaking up. So if I decided to date someone else or sit with someone else, it's not cheating. So, just like with Eli, Dave decided that he wanted to be honest with Allie before they decided to talk about relationships or to talk about anything. He straight up told her that during the summer I had a thing with a girl. It wasn't serious. It was just, you know, just sex. She gonna say, this summer was a test for us and you failed. A test? First of all, I don't want to I don't want to have to be quizzed or examined or be put through no fucking initiation. Period. Allie, how the fuck was the summer a test for us when you decided that you wanted to go away for the summer? Once you made that decision on your own and did not communicate that to me, you decided that you didn't want to be in this relationship because If I already told you that I feel like the best decision is for us is for you to stay here, for us to work on as a relationship, and you didn't already apply to this summer camp, and you kept it a motherfucking secret, there ain't nothing for us to talk about, period. And I don't think Dave is the bad guy for basically telling her, like, hey, I think the best decision for us for the summer is for us to just not be together because it's just, there's no point. I don't want to be in a relationship if you're going to be many, many miles away. Even if it is just for the summer, I don't get to see you, I don't get to talk to you, I don't get to do anything, you feel me? And I think the reason why Allie is saying that it's cheating is because she said that even when she was at summer camp, Dave texted her a lot, right? So even though he didn't already say that he wanted to go on a break, he still was communicating with her, seeing if she was okay down there, asking her how the program was going. But it's like, at the end of the day, he told you what was up before you went off to that summer camp. So it's not cheating. If we're on a break, that's breaking up, period. Why? What's a break? I don't understand. A break is a breakup, period. And whatever you decide to do once we break up, I can't necessarily get mad at that because we're not together anymore, period. But if you're someone like me who just feel like you cannot do anything with another person because you're still emotionally tied to them, that's also fine, because I'm like that too. If I break up with someone and I know my feelings and heart is still there with that person, of course I'm not going to be doing nothing with no other dude up until I know that me and this person are getting back together or not. Until I know that for sure, then I know that I can make my move and I can start moving on. But if I don't know that, I don't do anything without getting an answer, without communicating. So in scene 11, they get back together. He apologizes, and she made a list of things that just makes her feel insecure and makes her feel like she has trust issues in a relationship. And he told her that he'll do anything he has to do to earn her trust back. And I just feel like Dave and Allie were just cute. Thank you. I feel like Dave and Allie were just cute. Like you said, he would do anything he has to do to earn her trust and whatever. And I feel like that's what's up, right? Like I said, I thought their relationship in scene 11 was really cool to me. Like, right, because the girl he had a summer fling with, she came back and would not try to threaten his relationship with Allie. She get hit by a car. Dave is taking it really, really hard because he feels like it's his fault that she got hit by a car because she came to the school to confront him, right? And I like that Dave was able to be honest with Allie and tell her that, that he even slept with another girl over summer, even though I feel like he didn't owe her anything. And I like that his emotions was so raw when he went back and told Allie about what happened to Jacinta, that she got hit by a car. I like that he said that, he never once thought about her feelings, that he did what he did with her and then treated her like garbage. He blocked her and all of that, treated her like trash. I like that he said that because I think he wasn't understanding where she was coming from. You feel me? She really liked him, and she thought that they was having something. She didn't know that at the moment what they were doing was just something he was doing because he wasn't in a relationship at that moment. She had no clue that this person that she was kissing all up and over and doing what she was doing as a relationship wise, that he would eventually go back to his ex, right? So I like that he said that he treated her like trash. That, she's a human being and he didn't think of that up until she got hit by that car, right? But like I said, their relationship in season 11, it had its ups and downs. Let's talk about season 12. Why I feel like season 12 ruined their relationship. I feel like season 12 for Degrassi ruined Dave and Allie's relationship because of the whole pregnancy storyline, right? And this is where we're going to get into the breakup. So, for those who don't know what episode the pregnancy storyline is in, episode 7 and 8 is with the pregnancy storyline, and then episode 18 is when they break up. So we're going to talk about the pregnancy storyline first. So, even though she wasn't really pregnant, I'm just going to say it short and sweet. Allie and Dave had sex, and Allie felt like she was pregnant because even though she was on the pill when her and Dave had sex, he did not use a condom. So she was trying to come up with a plan that how the hell was she going to be able to attend MIT while being pregnant. This nigga Dave, and it's like, how many guys can you say this? Dave said he told his dad and his mom about her being pregnant. And he said even though they feel like that their lives are going to change, that they were going to fully support him and Allie. Fully. He said that the plan that they were going to do had Allie been pregnant was that she was going to graduate early, and then next year he would graduate early, meet her at MIT. I'm talking about he was going to sacrifice everything. Whatever he wanted to do for a living, he was going to sacrifice that to follow her to MIT and raise their kid at home while she did what she did at college. How many guys can you say is willing to do that? Like, lay their whole life on the line like that for you? Dave loved Allie that much that he was willing to do that for that girl. Instead, she found out she isn't pregnant. She decided to go to MIT without talking to Dave at all. So that episode, he confronted her in her bedroom and was like, that you're going to MIT. And she said yes, that is one of the top schools on earth, and she can't just turn her down even if she is pregnant. And he said that if you're going to MIT, then that means you won't be here. How the hell are me and you going to maintain a relationship if you are there and I'm here? Allie, please tell me how you're going to do that. And he said that if you're going to MIT, it's just to run away from me. He said that you're really going to go there even if you might be pregnant. She said she got the test results back and she found out that she isn't pregnant. Dave said that he's pissed at the fact that she made all these decisions without talking to him. And he said that he can't live his life without her. But apparently she can because she made all these decisions and everything without talking to him. And then literally in that episode, she told Dave that her top priorities right now are school, quizzes, tests, not their relationship. That their relationship is going to have to go on a complete back burner. He is not going to be able to be prioritized because that is not what her goal is at right now. He told Allie that he loves her and that he supports her decision 100%. Right? Here's my thing. A lot of people say, he didn't support Allie. He supported Allie 100%, 1000%. He supported her enough to graduate high school early, to follow her to MIT, to sacrifice whatever he wanted to do for a living to raise their child had she been pregnant. My thing is with Dave is that why is he the bad guy because he finally just got tired of not being prioritized? He still supported Allie no matter what, right? So this when we get to the episode where they break up, man. Excuse me. Dave knows that him and Allie are going apart, right? And he's tired of pussyfooting around there and acting like that they're not going apart. When the reality is, the moment she told him that their relationship is not going to be one of her main priorities, Their relationship been over. It's just that neither one of them have had a conversation to break up with each other, right? When she told Dave that, their relationship was already over. And that's when they ruined their relationship. The pregnancy storyline, the pregnancy scare, I should call it, with Dave and Allie ruined their relationship. It ruined it. The episode that they break up in, Dave told Allie that they're going apart. Allie said that she really did want to have a conversation. She told Dave she loved him. He told her that they're growing apart, and he knows that she knows that, and he cannot keep pretending that they're not. She told Dave that she loved him, and he said that everything with her is just busy. Like, she's too busy for a relationship with her classes, her study breaks. She never has any time for him. And she said that she said, so what, everything's not going to be an epic romance. And he said he knows that, but he's not going to settle for less. And she said, sorry for having a future. And she said, sorry for having a future. And he said that I've always supported your future, and you know that. And he told her that she checked out the moment she got into MIT. And that is so fucking true. One of the main things about Allie and Dave's relationship that pisses me off is that Allie pussyfoot around Dave instead of just straight up telling him that episode with the pregnancy scare that she didn't want to be with him. She just should have straight up told him that she didn't want to be with him. She didn't want to be with him. She felt like having sex with him or whatever almost cost her everything. So she didn't want to be in a relationship with him. The moment she got into MIT, she checked out. She didn't want anything to do with him. She didn't want to have a relationship with him. She didn't want nothing to do with him. So when he said that, I said, yes, motherfucking yes. And it's like, I just got done rewatching this season, so everything is still like fucking fresh within my mind. When he said that you checked out the moment she got into MIT, I was like, that is 100% true. Because never in a million years would I sit in my boyfriend's face and tell him that such and such, our relationship, or you is not my priority, you don't even matter right now. I would just break up with them. Like, what the fuck? Why would I just be in a relationship with someone and if I'm going to treat them like an option and not prioritize them? Like, what? She checked out the moment she got into that fucking school, but she just wanted to keep him around. For what? To have a boyfriend? For status? Who the fuck knows? He said he's tired of her treating him like crap. She talked about, if you want to have a conversation, let's do it. He said, I already have. I already said everything I needed to say. We're done. He breaks up with Allie, right? So this moment, I'm really confused on why everybody hates Dave in this moment. He was being 100 with her. He was telling this girl straight up that, listen, I love you and I supported your future, but you have been treating me like fucking trash, like absolute shit. And you expect me to just sit back and be quiet. He's done that since episode 8. Since episode 8, he's sat back and been quiet. He's really just sat back and watched as their relationship drift, watching them drift apart from each other because she doesn't know how to put him first or put the relationship first. Allie, I understand you have a future. I understand you want to get into one of the best top-notch schools. But if if you don't have time for a relationship or you don't have time to be with me, you should have broken up with me when you got into that school. Keeping me around and keeping me on the hook and acting like you really want to be with me when you can't make time for me, it hurt me. And then even when Dave tried to give her a second chance, she still could not show up. That is all he was asking her to do. Show the fuck up. Your actions are going to show me more than your words. Her words did not show him shit. She making promises she can't keep. Breaking promises. All he was asking for her was to show up. Show me that you really want to be in this relationship with me. Show me. She didn't do that. So why the fuck is she mad when he expresses his feelings to tell her, me and you are not going to work because we're just in two different places right now. Completely. I want to be with someone who's going to make time for me, and you just want to focus on school. That's fine. You have a future. I understand that, and I support that as your boyfriend. But I'm telling you right now, you treating me like trash and not putting me first as much as I have with you, it hurt me. And like I said, Dave always put Allie's feelings before his, always. That's why I'm confused on why when he wants to express how he feels, he's painted as the bad guy. How does that make any sense? How? Please tell me, how does that make sense? How does that make any sense? How is that even logical? How? That he finally tells her how the fuck he feels and everybody hates him for it. I'm so fucking confused. When in their relationship in season 12, up until the pregnancy scare, Allie treated this nigga like shit. She treated him so fucking horrible. Horrible. And I actually like Dave. I fuck with Dave, I do, and I love him and Allie's relationship, but I feel like season 12 completely ruined their relationship. Completely. I feel like Dave was definitely her best ship, and that's just how I feel. And I feel like other than the breakup scene with him breaking up with Allie, one of the main reasons why his character might be hated, I think the whole storyline of season 11 with Adam, like not understanding him being female to male, you know, him expressing his opinion on the podcast and it coming off more like hateful, even though he was expressing his opinion. I just think that's another reason why he might be hated. But it's like at the end of the day, he didn't really understand like the whole thing with Adam. So I like that when him and Adam actually sat down and had a conversation, that he actually was like understanding Adam. Like, okay, I was just confused. You feel me? Which is fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, the shit that he was doing wasn't hateful. Dressing up as a girl and then trying to make a point by dressing up as a girl and then going into the girl's bathroom, that was way out of line by basically saying, like, just because I'm a guy that dresses up like a girl, that doesn't make me a girl, right? That's basically what he was saying with Adam. He thought Adam was probably just a tomboy, right? A girl who likes to dress up as a guy who uses the guy bathroom. He didn't understand that Adam was actually trans, right? So he judged Adam and attacked him on the podcast without even having a conversation with him. That was out of line. That's why I love when Adam brought up, like, okay, how would you feel if people said that you can't use this or use that because you're black? And then Dave's going to talk about that's different, that's racist. It's the same thing, honestly. It's the same thing. You get put down because of your race. I get put down because of my sexuality. So, what's up? There's really no fucking difference at all. It's the same thing. It's just that you're black and I'm a female to male trans. What's up? So, that's my little opinion on the whole Dave and Allie breakup. I don't think Dave was wrong for expressing his feelings and telling Allie, like, listen, me and you're just not going to work. I don't think he should be paying as a bad guy because he's going to express how the fuck he feels. What else? I didn't think his character is hated because of that moment breaking up with Allie and because of everything with Adam. And I feel like the shit with Adam, I can understand because it did come off a little hateful. But the shit with Allie, that's just completely unnecessary. Because he supported that girl. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He supported that girl even when she was treating him like trash. Even when she said that she wasn't going to be able to make time for him. Like, come on now. Like, come on now. Like, don't do that. Like, for real. Like, y'all need to really chill. Like, stop with the bullshit. So, that's how I feel. But there is something else I do want to talk about just real quick. I'm not going to go too deep into it. I don't know if it was like a Degrassi documentary that came out many years ago or that's coming out whatever. But when I was on TikTok and I look at my For You page and I'm looking at like the executive producers and the writers of the show and the cast members talk about Adam, they had the nerve to say that they felt like Adam was one of the most complex characters on the show and was written very well. I stopped the video and instantly got very pissed because I feel like the cast members and the executive producers could sit in that fucking documentary all they want and talk about that they feel like Adam was this, Adam was that, when Adam was not written or anything like that. There's a lot of people who watch Degrassi and who hate Adam because they feel like he was whiny because he was a trans and that he didn't have the surgery or all that stuff. There's people who hate Adam because they feel like they made his character whiny. I don't hate Adam. I actually really, really like Adam. My only thing with Adam that fucking irritates me is that his character never got the right treatment that I feel like he should have gotten, being the first ever trans character in teen drama all around. He never got the proper treatment, ever. I feel like when they finally gave him a love interest, they killed him off. I feel like for season 10, 11, they were repeating the same storyline over and over. Like, you already did a storyline in season 10 where him being exiled because of his sexuality. Now in season 11, you're doing the same shit again, except it's on a fucking podcast instead of it being him thrown in the fucking washroom, right? It's literally the same thing, because in season 10, Fitz and fucking, what's his name? Whatever his name is, Owen, they threw him in the girls' washroom because, you know, they feel like, you know, you didn't get the surgery, so you're a girl. And then in season 11, you do the same storyline by making Dave bash him on the radio because he didn't understand that Adam was trans. Like, you're doing the same repeat. Like, I just feel like with Adam's character, there was just so much they could have done with him. So much. And they chose not to do it. And that really irritates me. I already made a video about Adam's character, so I don't really have to go too deep into it. But I feel like there's a lot of characters in Degrassi that I just wish they would have done more with. Like, Degrassi, like, I think I'm going to just say this and I'm done talking. Degrassi, every season, you're right, casting so many characters, especially in the newer seasons. They got like 40-something episodes. So my thing is, what are you casting new characters for or doing a lot of episodes for if you're not going to do everything with every character? What's the point? Why do you have, there was characters who just never got anything or I just never cared for that just never did nothing for me. Like Jenna. When Casey left, her ass should have went too, because what's the point of her staying here? Even though I like the whole storyline with Connor and their whole build up, I do feel like the spaceship date was cute. Jenna had little to no substance after she gave her baby up. So why the fuck is she still here? At that point, she was just a friend to Claire and Allie, and it's like, okay, that's cool and all, but at the end she's hogging up a spot. That's a nitpick I have. Like, if you're a character on the show who served no substance, why the fuck are you there? Like, there was so many storylines they could have done with Adam. Like, if it's one I'm thinking of, they could have done so much more when it came to his insecurity. Like, him trying to figure out what makes him a guy. Like, it's one thing for him to put on guy clothes, but it's like, what makes him feel like a guy? Like, they could have done things where it's like he's actually getting into his masculinity or trying to figure out what makes him a guy. Instead, they didn't do any of those things. It's like they made it's like sometimes they made it seem like if he get in a relationship, he'll feel happy. And it's like, no, I actually like they did storylines that, you know, even today that there's some people who just don't feel comfortable dating someone who's trans or did get a transition. So that's why I liked him and Becky's storyline so much, because you have a girl who is religious, who believes in God and feel like she's betraying God and betraying her family if she dates a boy who was female and is now male. Virginia Ears, Adam is a guy through and through. That's all that fucking matters. Period. That's all that matters. So I feel like Adam and Becky's relationship should have gotten way more screen time. Like, when I really, really wanted to like them, like, even with the short period of time that they got as a relationship, I really did like them. I did. But they really, really could have had an opportunity to be on my top couples list had they not killed Adam off. So, that's all I want to talk about. Like, it's crazy for executive producers and the cast to be talking about, oh, Adam this, Adam that, oh, the character, and this and that was complex, when the show did not treat him like that. Watch season 10. Watch season 11. Adam did nothing in a season. Like after his Body is a Cage episode of season 10, they put him in a storyline with Fiona that I feel like he did not need to be in. Then he did nothing. Season 11, he did nothing. He was just on a podcast. He did nothing. Season 12 was when they actually gave his character something. Put a relationship and then killed him off season 13. Like, what? Come on, man. Listen with the bullshit. But, you know, that's all I really got to say. Like I said, please be looking out for my Jay Uso video. We're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Big Mom. We're going to be ranking seasons from worst to best. Yeah, we're going to get into this shit for real. And like I said, still watching cartoons. Once I'm done, we're going to be doing full-ass retrospectives. Teen Titans, Legends of Korra, that's what I'm watching right now. The main shows I'm watching right now, because I want to give you guys a little updates for shows I'm watching Teen Titans. I'm on season 3 for Teen Titans. I'm on the last season for Legend of Korra, and I am officially on season 7 for American Dad, which has been a great season so far. But like I said, if you guys want me to rank the American Dad seasons from worst to best, if I ever get far to the show where I can rank them, I will do that. But if I don't get past like season something, I won't do it. If I can't get to where whatever season they are now, I know they're in like in season 20 something. If I can't get nowhere near there, I'll just do a top 10 funniest episodes from American Dad. I'll do a not top 20. I'll do a top 10 of my funniest episodes from American Dad. My personal favorite episodes from American Dad. I'll do that if I can't finish the show. Yeah, I'll just do that. But as always, it is nice talking to you guys, and catch y'all in my next video.